To fully understand just how much the Cowboys accomplished in 1997, one only has to browse through the Oklahoma State football record book. OSU became just the 12th team in the 94-year history of Cowboy football to ever win 8 or more games in a season. Oklahoma State captured its first winning season and first trip to a bowl game since 1988. Its 6-0 start was the best since 1945. The 3-0 start in the Big 12 was the best conference start since '64. The Cowboys won 4 of 6 games at Lewis Field and have now won 5 of the last 7 and 9 of the last 13 at home. Only 9 other teams in school history have had more than 7 wins after the first 9 games of the season. OSU tied for second in the powerful Big 12 South with a 5-3 record. Cowboys spent the entire year ranked among the nation's leaders in most offensive and defensive categories and literally came within 61 seconds of finishing the regular campaign at 10-1. They were ranked as high as 12th in both polls. Wins over Oklahoma for the second time in 3 years, Texas, Colorado, and Baylor highlighted a solid season from start to finish. It continued to show that OSU, a team that has won 9 of its last 13 and 15 of the last 26, is truly a program on the rise. One of the most important games of the year took place in Ames, Iowa in Week 1. Tony Lindsay passed for 104 yards and rushed for 42 in his first collegiate action as OSU captured an important Big 12 conference victory. Nathan Simmons and Jamal Fobbs each rushed for 85 yards, and Simmons scored 2 touchdowns, including a 1-yard run in the fourth quarter that broke a 14-14 tie. OSU trailed 14-7 at halftime, but Kevin Williams' interception with 10 minutes left set up the winning score. OSU remained on the road the next weekend and traveled to Lafayette, Louisiana to meet the Ragin' Cajuns of southwestern Louisiana. Jamal Fobbs rushed for a season-high 217 yards and scored 1 touchdown as the Cowboys won for the second straight week. OSU built a 23-0 halftime lead on touchdown drives of 68, 34, and 36 yards, all 3 coming after forcing USL turnovers. OSU limited USL to 126 yards rushing. Orange Peel, one of the most successful and impressive student-run productions in the country, put everybody in the right frame of mind for the home opener against Fresno State. Oklahoma State opened its home season with a complete domination of a Western Athletic Conference foe. The Cowboys limited Fresno State to minus 20 yards. They held talented running back Mike Pittman to just 12 yards total. Cowboy offense rolled up 451 total yards on their own in posting the shutout. Jamal Fobbs scored 2 touchdowns on the ground, and Alonzo Mays caught 2 touchdown passes from Chris Halupka. OSU completed its unbeaten non-league slate with a romp over Northeast Louisiana. Sophomore tailback Nathan Simmons carried 21 times for 106 yards and a touchdown. R.W. McQuarters recovered a fumble that set up a touchdown and set up 2 other touchdowns with long punt returns. OSU topped the 30-point mark for the 3rd straight game and rolled up 274 yards on the ground. Oklahoma State then roared to its 5th straight win with an impressive all-around performance against Texas. It was the first of the year's biggest back-to-back wins. Tony Lindsay rushed for 126 yards and 2 touchdowns and completed 4 of 5 passes for 85 yards to spark the OSU offense. Defensively, OSU limited Texas to 86 yards rushing and 240 total yards as OSU defeated Texas in the Longhorns' first ever visit to Stillwater. All-everything running back Ricky Williams was held to just 70 yards. Colorado came to town for a big homecoming shootout the next week. Oklahoma State's big play defense came through as the 20th-ranked Cowboys upended Colorado to hike their record to 6-0. 2 interceptions led to touchdowns, including one by Maurice Simpson with 2:45 left in the game that set up the winning score. OSU was led by Tony Lindsay, who rushed for 126 yards and passed for 105 more. Week number 7 provided one of the most unbelievable games of the season, but OSU came up on the wrong side of the scoreboard for the first time in the 97 season in a double overtime loss to Missouri. All-American Alonzo Mays had 8 catches for 126 yards, including a touchdown with 1:57 left in regulation that gave OSU a 37-30 lead. It was Mays' last reception of his career and came after he had suffered a separated shoulder. OSU rallied from a 30-7 deficit. OSU worked overtime for a second straight week, and for a second straight week, the Cowboys came up short. OSU dominated the eventual South Division champions and led 19-7 in the fourth quarter before A&M rallied for the overtime win. Jamal Fobbs rushed for 101 yards and Tony Lindsay passed for 135 more. Oklahoma State journeyed to Norman the next weekend, and the Cowboys won in Norman for the second straight time, as Jamal Fobbs and Tony Lindsay keyed an offensive effort that produced 317 total yards and the second most lopsided victory by OSU over OU in this long series. OSU trailed 7-0 going into the second quarter, but scored 30 unanswered points, including 13 in the second quarter. OSU's defense also came through, allowing the Sooners just 198 total yards. It was OSU's second win over Oklahoma in the last 3 years. The Cowboys have now allowed just 1 touchdown in their last 2 trips to Norman. Texas Tech jumped to a 10-0 halftime lead and never looked back as the Red Raiders posted the win at Lewis Field. OSU was limited to 150 rushing yards and 139 through the air and failed to get into the end zone all afternoon. OSU's only points came on a 22-yard field goal from Tim Sidness. Oklahoma State ended the regular season with an impressive win on ABC television. The Cowboys rushed to a 14-0 lead on their first 2 possessions and put the game away in the third quarter by driving 71 yards in 17 plays and taking almost 8 minutes off the clock. Jamal Fobbs, Kevin Brown, and Brian Akins all scored touchdowns. OSU won 4 of 5 road games this season and closed the regular campaign at 8-3. 30,000 excited Cowboy fans turned the spacious Alamo Dome into a sea of orange as Oklahoma State met Purdue of the Big Ten in the 1997 BuildersSquare Alamo Bowl in San Antonio. A national ESPN TV audience and a crowd of 55,552, third largest in Alamo Bowl history, watched the Cowboys and Boilermakers meet for the first time ever on the gridiron. The teams battled on dead-even terms for the first half before Purdue used an explosive third quarter to pull away for the win. Jamal Fobbs rushed for 82 yards and a touchdown, while Tony Lindsay threw for 111 yards and a score. R.W. McQuarters also scored a fourth-quarter touchdown. The outcome certainly didn't dampen the spirits of the orange-clad Cowboy fans who saw OSU make their first bowl appearance since the 1988 Holiday Bowl. Rather, the trip to San Antonio only increased the anticipation for that first kickoff in 1998. Cowboy head coach Bob Simmons was a unanimous choice for Big 12 Coach of the Year. A number of Cowboys were named to the All-Big 12 team. Alonzo Mays, also a 1997 All-American pick, Josh Henson, Jamal Fobbs, Jamal Williams, Kevin Williams, R.W. McQuarters, Kenyatta Wright, Jason Davis, David Camacho, Jeremy Offit, Calvin Menifee, Adam Davis, Tony Lindsay, and Andrell Waddle. They all received conference honors this past season. The Cowboys excelled in the classroom as well. Nathan Simmons led the list of OSU's All-Big 12 academic selections. He was also named to the 1997 District 6 GTE COSIDA Academic All-America football team, one of just 4 players in the conference to receive this honor. Also named to the conference academic honor roll were Andrew Golombieski, Clint Metcalf, Lindsey Shearer, Jeremy Halferty, and Rush Schwetman.
Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Teagan's voice of the Cowboys. I'd like to take just a moment to remind you that the time is now to get on board and become a season ticket holder. This is your chance to be one of 50,000 screaming Cowboy football fans at Lewis Field in '98. And the schedule this fall is a great one. Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Baylor, Mississippi State, and Southwestern Louisiana will all be in Stillwater in 1998. Add the other great OSU activities such as Orange Peel, Homecoming, Walk Around, the Bedlam Bash, Parents' Night, and Senior Night, and it should be a lot of fun this fall. The OSU Athletic Department is offering a tremendous discount with this year's package. Season tickets, just $119. That's a 21% saving over the individual game ticket price. Now, you can order your season tickets by simply calling 1-800-522-6858. And as the Cowboys continue to rise under Bob Simmons, share the excitement of Cowboy football. Again, that number is 1-800-522-6858.